Yep.
Before purchasing a company, how much qualitative analysis do you do versus quantitative analysis? And have you ever bought a company where the numbers told you not to?
Those are the best buys. The question is whether have I ever bought a company where the numbers told me not to, and how much is qualitative and how much is quantitative. The best buys have been when the numbers almost tell you not to. I mean, because then you feel so strongly about the product, and not just the fact that you're getting a used cigar butt cheap, that it's compelling. I mean, I owned a windmill company at one time, so windmills are cigar butts, believe me. And I bought it very cheap. I bought it at a third of working capital, and we made money out of it. But there's no repetitive money to be earned. I mean, there's a one-time profit in something like that, and it's just not the thing to be doing. I went through that phase. I mean, I bought streetcar companies and all kinds of things. But in terms of the qualitative, I probably understand the qualitative the moment I get the phone call. I mean, almost every business we've bought has taken 5 or 10 minutes, I mean, in terms of analysis. And we bought 2 businesses this year. General Re is, $18 billion or some deal. I've never been to their home office. I hope it's there. There could be just a few guys, and they say, "Well, what numbers shall we send Buffett this month?" I can see him, coming in once a month and saying, "Well, we'll just tell him we've got $20 billion in the bank this month instead of $18 billion or something." But I've never been there. And before I bought Executive Jet, which is fractional ownership of jets. And before I bought it, I'd never been there. I bought my family a quarter interest in the program 3 years earlier, and I'd seen the service and seen it develop well. And I got the numbers, but if you don't know enough to know about the business instantly, you won't know enough in a month or 2 months. I mean, you have to have sort of the background of understanding and knowing what you do understand and don't understand. And that is the key. It's defining what I call your circle of competence. And everybody's got a different circle of competence. The important thing is not how big the circle is. The important thing is staying inside the circle. And if that circle has only got 30 companies in it out of thousands on the big board, as long as you know which 30 they are, you're okay. And you should know those businesses well enough so that you don't need to do lots of work. Now, I did a lot of work in the earlier years just in getting familiar with businesses. And the way I would do that is I would go out and use what Phil Fisher called the scuttlebutt approach. I'd go out, I'd talk to customers, I'd talk to maybe ex-employees in some cases, I'd talk to suppliers, everybody. Every time I'd see somebody in an industry, let's say I was interested in the coal industry, I'd go around and see every coal company, and I'd ask every CEO, if you could only buy stock in one coal company that wasn't your own, which one would it be and why? And you piece those things together, and you learn a lot about the business after a while. And the funny thing is you get very similar answers as long as you ask about competitors. I'd say if you got a silver bullet, and you put it through the head of one competitor, which competitor and why? You'll find out who the best guy in the industry is in that case, or the one that's coming up. And